Hey guys, Sean T. Phillips here with a brand new video going back to the mall. And well, the mall, at least near me, has opened back up now. Of course, they've been closed now for I think 2.5 months or something like that. So I'm pretty much just gonna go back in there and kind of see what it's like now. I'm just kind of curious because I know not everything has opened, but even right now, restaurants are starting to open up now where you can sit down inside again, some of that kind of stuff. Of course, though, I have my mask. You have to wear a mask to go inside of any place here, restaurants or anything like that. You still, have to have the mask. But I'm curious though to kind of see what it's like in there, see what's open, see if there's if there's signs everywhere, and just kind of curious too, in front of the stores too, if they have a limit about how many people are allowed to go inside and all that kind of stuff. They do have an FYE in there, but I don't think that's going to be opened. I'll see though. Like I said, this is going to be a little video of me just going around the mall, just kind of seeing what it's like. And like I said, I'm just kind of curious to go back in there, and it definitely does not seem, this is the closed down Sears area, but it definitely does not seem that busy. At least when I was driving around as well, it didn't seem very, very busy at all. But like I said, I think that some of the department stores I think might be open. There's not really a food court in this mall though, so I can't really see how they would operate the food court area, because there really isn't one. It's mainly just restaurants around the outside and one place inside. But like I said, going to go in there and just kind of see what it's like. Also though, there may be music playing in a lot of the spots, so if there is, it'll be me narrating over stuff like that. So that's why it sounds like it's me doing the the voice later, if it's music everywhere. But anyway though, guys, let's go inside the mall and see what it's like. Well, I'm back inside the car because the entrance over there's a sign right as I was going in that said, I just saw it. It says this entrance is closed. And that's normally the way I would always go in. Like I said, of course, Sears, that location is out of business, but, normally you could go in that door over there, but I guess there's only one specific door you're able to go into, or a real specific areas for it. So we'll see if I can figure out how you get inside. I don't know which entrance everyone's going inside of. I don't know, because I think stores are kind of open sporadically throughout the whole area, but I guess they're trying to maybe limit it for cleaning the doors and that kind of stuff, to make sure they're cleaning it as much as possible. But as you see, it's over here is totally empty because that Sears is out of business. I think it closed maybe 2 months ago or something. It was one of the few ones open out in the San Diego area. And if you guys recognize this mall, if you guys ever saw the movie that Full Moon released called Sorority Babes in Slime Bowl-O-Rama, this is actually the mall where they shot that movie. I remember when I was watching that a couple years ago, I was like, wow, this mall really looks very similar. And I was like, oh yeah, it is. Most of it inside that was remodeled, pretty much all of it, so very few parts inside still look the same, but around this area it still has the same look. They haven't done too many changes to this area. But let's see if you can go. See, there's some more cars over here, a whole group of cars here. So maybe they're able to go inside of this entrance right here, because there's another entrance here. So let's see if there's any sign there that says anything see some signs in the door, but we'll see if I think we're able to go inside of that one. So we'll see though. Yeah, this place in here though is a great comic book store in here. I normally don't get to show much because they're usually playing music in here, but they've got a huge amount of pops in here. And yeah, but in here though, this is a huge place, and it's they have a couple different locations of this one, but they have all kind of different retro toys in here. You see the aliens figures in here, but they have all kinds of different stuff, different t-shirts in here. And I've showed this place a couple times in the past on video a little bit, but it's definitely in this mall. It definitely has because I just came in here now, but there's definitely a lot of stuff that's not open right now. I'll probably be talking over most of the footage out there because they're playing music in the mall itself. But like I was saying, in here they have all kinds of stuff, the Captain Planet figures in here, Jurassic Park figures, so all kinds of different kind of random stuff in here, a bunch of Star Wars figures here, but lots of different kinds of stuff in here. Like I said, I've shown here a couple times throughout the years, but like I said, most of the stuff with me though out in the mall area will probably be me having to just kind of narrate over it because of the music. Over here too, they usually have a bunch of I don't think they have some left still. They had a bunch of these old cards and stuff in here, trading cards American Gladiators. It's a Swamp Thing bust up there. These Beanie Baby trading cards. Now they always end up with different stuff in here. They have a thing in here for Paranormal Activity, the Ghost Dimension, a big poster thing for it. Yeah, but like I said, lots of interesting stuff in here though. But like I said, we'll head on to the mall though, and I'll show you guys though how empty it is. You guys can kind of see from here though Now there's like a lot of stuff that's not open. The mall like has already had a lot of stores close in it, but there's definitely only a few things sporadically open. So now we're going to head out into the mall, and now it's time for the narration. I did see these on the ground, these Shop Smart stand 6 feet apart. I only saw them around the escalators. I didn't see them like all over the place in front of the stores or any of that kind of stuff. That's one thing I didn't notice, like a lot of signs, or I didn't notice any signs in front of the stores that say like only this many customers are allowed at a time, or any of that kind of stuff, or anyone like keeping count of how many people were coming in and out and those kind of things. But this mall though, it's always been pretty like not very busy. This it got a couple years ago, it had a total remodel inside, and they added a whole bunch of new restaurants and stuff like that, but it never really has taken off that much. Mainly people have come to this mall for the stuff that's outside the mall. There's a bunch of restaurants outside, there's a gym, there's a movie theater, and that kind of stuff. That's the main thing that people come here for, because there's no big food court in this mall. Like I said, there's only like to eat inside like one or two things. There was a sign here that says opening June 1st is when you'll be able to go inside of that Macy's there. But it seemed like some of the stores there were open for like pickup, like some of the department stores. Like you could go out front and order the stuff and they're bringing it out to the car, from what I could tell, but they aren't open inside yet. But here are some of the arrows on the ground, because they're trying to do like one-way traffic. And a lot of the stuff though was tarped over, like a lot of these little kiosks where they sell like phones and all that kind of stuff. But like I was saying, it'll be interesting to see though when it comes to some malls too, because there's some malls that are seriously dead malls that are not popular at all, that only have like maybe 5 or 10 shops still open. And some of those malls that are kind of like really, if you guys seen some videos going around malls that are totally dead and don't have like much in them, it'd be interesting to see though if some of those malls will never open again, because I feel like after this happening, it may kind of be the demise of some of those malls. They may never come back again. It was funny down there, that's the fish tank, and it was all taped over so you couldn't see inside the fish tank. Here though, Haagen-Dazs, that's not open yet here. Just recently though, Menchie's, which is the one yogurt place I like to go to, that just started opening up again. So I think we're going to see more of those kind of food places like that come. You do have to wear gloves though. So like if you go into Menchie's where you use the nozzle and get your own yogurt and everything, you have to put on, you have to sanitize your hands first, then put on gloves. And then like even the toppings, you can't get the toppings with yourself. They actually have them in little containers already and you just dump them on. So you're seeing like a lot of different kinds of changes on how they're doing things. But when it comes back to the mall though, as you can see, like everything is pretty much closed. Like Spencer Gifts is closed. There's only like random sporadic things open, and not a lot of like big name places. A couple, but a lot of like smaller kind of stuff. Like Journeys, that was one of the bigger things that was opened. But like some of the stuff that you would think would have opened, like Bath and Body Works, and that wasn't open yet. Of course, down here we're getting to where the movie theaters is, and I do really wonder when the theaters are going to open. I think that AMC's are going to try and open, from what I heard, in July. But from what I just had heard, though, Regal Cinema, though, has made no announcement yet on when they're going to open. So I don't know if they're going to try and open for July. Down there was the Cheesecake Factory. And this location, though, is never that busy for it. Zara, that was open, but only for pickup. Yeah, I think they were just like bring it to the door, I think. I think that's what it said. But they didn't seem to be open for you able to go inside of, though. There was like a number you could call, and I think they like bring it either to the front or outside or something like that. Over here too, we're getting to where Hot Topic is. Hot Topic, that was totally closed inside. But like I was saying, I don't know if some of these stores are all going to kind of like open around the same time. Like for example, like all the Hot Topics will kind of make a collective decision, and then they're all start opening in the malls. And those two people there were like the only two people I really saw in this mall. Like I think I saw maybe, from being in here like 20 minutes or so just walking around, I think I saw maybe like at these two girls walking around, and then maybe like 2 or 3 other people tops. But there was very few people in here. It was also kind of weird walking around because you could kind of hear even though the music was playing, that's why I'm narrating this, but you could hear kind of all the steps, and everyone like in all the stores, you could kind of hear them because it was so silent in there. Like I said, because there were so few people. Some of the only other things that were open down here was the Wetzel's Pretzels, but they have like these arrows on the ground, like I was saying, to kind of keep you in one area. But Wetzel's Pretzels, they had 2 locations open. They were some of the only things that were really opened in there. And then this place here, like a Surf City, I think it was like smoothies and that kind of stuff. But like I said, there really was not much open in here. I did see people cleaning, though, who work there, like cleaning the escalators, because that's the big thing they have to do. Anything that people touch, they have to kind of clean them down. So the banisters and all that kind of stuff. That this one place was open, though, the Art Cafe. So if you guys look through this video and count, you see that there was very few things open. So it's almost kind of like, is it worth opening yet, when there's so few things open, since like to actually open it up inside and have like a staff inside to clean everything, especially since there's so few things open. But this is an area where they had some tables to sit down. They were all roped off, so you couldn't sit there. And then these massage chairs here, it was kind of weird. They disassembled 2 of them. So you would keep the social distancing there. So you see the one is on, and then the other one was taped all over and taped, like they kind of like took it all apart and wrapped it in cellophane and everything. That was one of the other things that I saw that was open. The suit shop, they were closed. Like I said, Macy's, they weren't open. There's 2 different Macy's in this mall, though. They have Macy's and they have like a Macy's home and men's and home like furniture one as well. Not a lot of malls have them like that, but like this particular one does. But like I said, you see, there's very few things open. There's like a little mini mart that was open down here. We're getting towards where the FYE was, and that's one thing that I was hoping would be open, but I had a feeling it probably wasn't going to be open yet. But yeah, as you can see, the FYE wasn't open yet. And would it be weird too to go back in there when it does open, because it's going to be like everything that's on the shelves and all the stuff they're promoting was stuff from like 2.5 months ago or 3 months ago, but depending on when it opens. So it's going to be almost like stuck in time for when it closed and everything that was out at the time. So it'd be kind of weird going in there like the first day, unless they change everything out and update it. But if you go in there like right when it opens, it'll be totally like all the stuff that was like there 2.5 months ago or so. And even the soda machines, they had a thing here that said closed. So these ones, you weren't able to get them either, I guess, so they didn't have to clean them and wipe them down a lot. And sorry though, like I was thinking, expecting, it was all music in there. So yeah, everywhere in the whole main part of the mall was real loud, like super copyrighted music. So yeah, I had to talk all over this stuff and everything like that in there. But it looks like a lot of stuff doesn't have a date. Like I saw like the one department store was saying it's going to open up June 1st, but I didn't see anything on like FYE and a number of the places in there. So I think it's going to be like sporadically, certain things are going to open like a little bit at a time and all that kind of stuff though. But if you guys, went to your mall location, like let me know in your location, maybe it was FYE open or was some of those ones that were closed here open at your location. Because like as you could see, there wasn't much open. There was maybe like 12 things or something like that. Very, very few things. And all the department stores are all still pickups, so you can't go inside of any of those ones. But yeah, it was definitely interesting to see, and then see like they had like a couple signs on the ground that said like the 6 feet, not all over the place like you see some places like all over the floor everywhere, but they had a couple different ones, and those arrows and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, guys, if you guys like these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, subscribing. I'll see you guys later. Bye.